This is a 5 Peso Oro banknote issued by the Dominican Republic in 1995, a product of its time, reflecting both the usual national symbolism, but also some contradictions of economic policy. For those who know a little Spanish, the word oro will be striking. It means gold. Let's start with the face on the front of the note. It features Francisco del Rosario Sanchez, a key figure in the country's 19th century struggle for independence. At the centre is the Dominican coat of arms. There is also the phrase Cinco Pesos Oro, a name that harks back to a constitutional commitment to a gold-based currency. In earlier decades, the Dominican constitution explicitly defined the peso in terms of gold, suggesting a fixed, stable foundation for the nation's money. In principle, that meant that you could exchange this note for a predefined amount of gold at the central bank. But as with many countries, the promise of convertibility proved difficult to maintain. The actual economic system moved away from gold long before the wording did. By the 1970s, the Dominican Republic had fully abandoned the gold standard. The peso became a fiat currency, its value no longer tied to gold, but instead subject to inflation, devaluation, and shifting monetary policy. The term Peso Oro remained on the notes, even as the purchasing power it implied steadily eroded. Governments may promise much when it comes to the value of banknotes, but rarely deliver what they say they will do. On the reverse, the banknote shows a hydroelectric dam, a nod to infrastructure and state-led development. But behind the optimistic imagery lay a more fragile economic reality. The country faced repeated inflationary episodes and financial instability throughout the late 20th century. In 2010, the constitution was amended to remove the term Peso Oro, replacing it with Peso Dominicano, a formal recognition that the link to gold had long since disappeared. This note, then, reflects not only a period of economic transition, but also the disconnect between monetary objectives and practical outcomes.